welcome to part 2 of basic commands that everyone should know. If you watched the first one, you should know how to get into the chat box. Keyboard is T and then slash, or just click slash. You'll have to look on your console you'll have to look in your settings to see how to get into your chat box if you are not on keyboard. So for this first command, I am going to show you the summon command. So right here you can already see that there are things that I can summon. Some of these things, well, all of these things are entities. Some of these things are interesting why they are entities, like an armor stand and an arrow and a chest and a command block. Like, why are those entities? I don't know, but you can summon them anyway. So you can summon literally everything, anything and everything. Just type out what you want to summon and click enter, and it's going to summon right by you. If you want to summon something in a specific area, you type out when you want to summon, and then you type out a coordinate. So it's best to always have coordinates on. So I'm going to summon this at 2, -62. Click enter, and you see it spawned. It's spawned right here. Okay? That's the summon. Now, /TP, you can teleport players to certain places. You can teleport players to players, players to a coordinate, players to entities, entities to players, entities to coordinates. You can do @E bracket type equals villager bracket. All this is doing is moving whatever you've chosen to wherever you choose. So I chose I want it to be a villager. So I can teleport them to me, or I can teleport them to a coordinate. So I'm just going to put where I was. And you click enter. And it moved them all. It moved both of them to 0, -60, 0. Now I can teleport myself, so TP @S to 0, -60, 0. And then if you see the coordinates at the top left, I have been moved to 0, -60, 0. Okay. Now the next command, gamerule. Here you can change if you want command blocks to output what command they've done, or as if it was successful or not. Here you can turn off command blocks being usable. You can turn on or off daylight cycle, turn on or off if entities drop something, turn on or off immediate respawn, insomnia, mob loot, spawning, the weather cycle, drowning damage, fall damage, fire damage, freeze damage, and keep inventory. And you would just type those in, and I'm gonna do fall damage, and it'll have you put false or true, and this is where you would put fall damage is on, which is true, or false, which is off. So it says gamerule fall damage has been updated to false. So if I go way up here, and then this next command is game mode right here it says adventure, creative, default, or survival. So adventure is the players cannot break or place blocks. Creative is you can build, you can do whatever. Default is whatever you have your world set to. So if you want your world to be set survival and you're changing and you're in creative, you can click you can choose default and it'll change to survival, or you can just do survival, which is S, and all you have to press is S, and then you can choose what you want to change to survival. I'm just going to do add S. Now when I click enter, you will see I did not get fall damage. I'm going to game mode myself back to creative so that I can show you the next command, which is time. Nope. Set. This is where you can change what time of day it is in your world, and if you have do daylight cycle off, then it's going to stay in that time, whatever you change it to. So I'm going to choose midnight. Click enter, and now you can see it's midnight, and it's going to stay like this until I either choose daylight cycle to be on, or if I change it back to day. Yep. Next is the OP command. Here you can see OP means grants operator status to a player, or DOP, revoke operator status from a player. So OP gives the players in your world the ability to use commands and kind of control other players too. So they'll basically be able to do everything you're able to do, except for like close your world and like delete it. And that's all for part 2.